episode 4 of the HypnoChix podcast. I'm Joyce Morales, and these are my colleagues, Jennifer Ray.
Hi, guys.
Kimberly.
Hi.
Jennifer.
Hi.
And Victoria.
Hello.
Right, tonight, we'll be reacting to the Netflix original movie, Hypnotic, which is currently on the Netflix top 10 list. As practicing hypnotherapists, we found the premise of the movie interesting and decided to have a closer look, especially at how Hollywood depicts hypnosis. The main character is a young woman named Jen who's grieving a number of losses and decides to give hypnotherapy a shot. And I would say with a rather dubious psychotherapist. And so we figured that it'd be a perfect time to address and dispel some of the common misconceptions that might be out there and point out where the writer has taken some broad strokes of artistic liberty. And we'll also touch on what hypnotherapy is, what it's really like and how it works, and how to know if a therapist of any kind is trustworthy or not. And here to separate fact from fiction and enjoy a movie night with the girls. And ladies, feel free to jump in if there's anything you'd like to add.
I'm good. I'm ready. Let's do this.
Yeah,
Let's watch this.
we're all like in our PJs and ready. We got I got some popcorn here.
Yeah.
Got our snacks.
Okay, great. So put on some cozy pajamas and get your popcorn ready, and then join us as we dive down the hypnotic rabbit hole. You ready, ladies?
I'm
Ready.
Yeah.
All right,
Do
let's
this.
do it.
Detective?
What?
Who answers unknown calls anyway?
She shouldn't have taken that elevator.
Didn't know that therapists could hang out with their clients.
I mean,
Good point.
rules 99% of the time. Maybe 95.
95% of the time?
Wow.
That's not okay.
Not okay.
No, it goes against our code of ethics.
Yeah.
It actually makes
No secondary
the
relationship.
sessions not work as well.
What about you ladies? Do you invite your therapist to your party?
No.
No. And if we get asked, we can't. We shouldn't be going.
Right.
Right. You know, they said that there's sometimes people might go to like a graduation or something, but we don't stay for the party. You know,
No,
or if
we
like,
don't
we help an
socialize
actor get
outside.
through a play, you know,
Right.
we'll see them and let's shake their hand and be like, all right, you know, thanks for inviting me. You did a good job. And then they're like, oh, you want to go to the after party? I can't. I'm saying.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Because you're drunk.
She's depressed for sure.
Happy. Everyone's unhappy.
No.
Everyone's unhappy?
Happy. Scott's happy, and for the most part, I hate to say this to you, but
Catastrophe.
I think we should see Dr. Mead. Where's Dr. Mead? He's in at this.
Oh my gosh.
Last night at the party.
Never
No.
answer that.
Oh, come on. Hear me out. Okay, you're isolating. You're unemployed. Don't pretend like you're not. And you slept with your ex-fiance last night. Your life is like a vortex of crap, right? This is so much fun.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, fine. Once. Great. So you need your appointment for Friday.
Therapy
What do you
only really
ladies
works
think
when you're
about that?
ready. Well, you're
I'm
only
sorry.
ready for therapy when you're ready. Like, you have to make the appointment yourself. You have to want it for it to even be effective. So that's right there is a you know, would make it so that the therapy wouldn't. She should have made the appointment herself.
Hypnosis is always vocational, avocational, self-improvement. We're helping a person who wants to be helped, not forcing them to be something that they don't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Good point.
I think overall, any therapy, you have to have your own will to do it. Like, you know, I really need a change. I don't like this behavior. I don't like this habit, whatever. You can't be pushed into therapy or else it's not going to work. I'm sure anybody can.
True.
What do you think?
Have you ever tried hypnotherapy?
No, I have not.
Why the judgment?
I'm just not giving away control person. So it's just pass.
Sure, but here's the wonderful thing about hypnotherapy, right? Only you can control your subconscious.
What do you ladies think about that?
Well, I feel like that was very coercive, and he was not respecting the fact that she was uncomfortable with it. He should have never pushed it.
Right. And I'm surprised because it sounds like they did a session. I mean, we didn't see the whole thing, but who says, you know, what are you doing after? Like, they're going to continue on for over an hour? I mean, we try to, I mean, the first session can go longer, but generally it's a structured, you know, session, and it sounds very freeform here. What do you think, Jennifer?
Well, I'm still stuck on the question when she starts to talk about what's going on, and he cuts right to tell me about your boyfriend or Brian. Now, he wouldn't know that if he hadn't been at that party.
Yes.
True.
So I feel like he was leading her down that path. Yes, she may have some issues, but I just seem kind of weird that he's asking about her private life before she even mentioned maybe she's got something else going on besides an ex-boyfriend, and he just took it right to that part. It's kind of to me, it was just kind of jumping right into your personal life right out of the chute. For a first session, it's more of we try to figure out what's going on, what the presenting issue is, but we don't lead you down that road.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree or not, but
we'll see. And that's another reason why we don't have the secondary relationships, because you should be coming to us with the information.
Jennifer Ray, what do you think?
I keep thinking about that question, or that statement that he makes about only you have, what do you say? Only you have the power over your subconscious.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not entirely true. Well,
right.
You know, yeah. So he's just blowing some smoke up her ass, really. You know?
Yeah, I know that didn't make sense to me either.
Yeah.
Like, you have total control over your subconscious. We're all about accessing the subconscious, but yeah, it's not about having control over it.
Right.
Although you do have control over your hypnosis, definitely.
Yeah. But not the subconscious, no.
Yeah,
No.
true.
That was an hour? It felt like 3 minutes.
How do you feel?
I don't know. I don't really remember.
Now that's true. That does happen.
How'd I do?
Yeah, but not for that long usually.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there is time distortion, but not generally that.
you don't keep people under hypnosis for more than 15 to 20 minutes because it's not effective after a certain amount of time. So for an hour, it would be pointless.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, they'll cross into theta brainwave activity and they're practically asleep. So like beyond to like 25, 30 minutes, they're gone.
Uh-huh.
Although she is very relaxed, and that is a typical outcome of being in hypnosis.
Where are we now?
Yeah, but
what the?
Like a bedroom scene.
What the heck?
That's not Brian.
Oh my goodness.
Kiki.
Sleeping with the doctor now?
Oh god, he's so creepy.
Oh, he's so creepy.
Oh, it's a dream.
Oh, is she dreaming or fantasizing?
I don't know.
Transference, perhaps?
Perhaps. People who hangs out with his clients, but is very private.
Okay.
All right. I'll play.
No touchy.
Oh wow.
No.
Stranger danger.
No touchy.
So far over the line.
Yeah.
And one of the things we in ethics is your hypnotherapist should never be discussing their personal life and problems to you as if you're the hypnotherapist.
Right.
So,
Right. Yeah.
kind of a
Yeah, well,
red
yeah,
flag.
and on top of the social stuff, we don't go out to dinner with you. You know, that's just it's inappropriate. You know, transference is normal in a therapeutic situation. You know, because the person is going to get kind of bonded to you while you're helping them through stuff, and they'll feel like heard, like they've never been heard before. So it is normal, but we're supposed to be very careful to avoid that. You
And
know,
there's also, counter
oh yeah,
counter transference. Whereas if the hypnotherapist is starting to feel something towards the client, they should dismiss the client and recommend somebody else.
Yeah.
Granted, a transference and counter transference are not always also romantic either. They can be like if you get really angry at your therapist or hypnotherapist, or sad about something, because they'll bring out like a parent kind of feeling, out in the client sometimes. But yeah, this is just massively inappropriate so far.
And I think it
absolutely
could be dangerous too. There could be false accusations made if there's certain chemistry that, if you're not setting up boundaries, if you're not putting a halt to it, they could be like, oh, he touched me, or he said this, or she said this, so it can be dangerous too. So
yes, and basically what happens when you step outside of the therapeutic relationship, it does not work as effectively, because it becomes a two-way relationship, especially if the therapist is confiding in you. It's not about the therapist, it's about the client, right? So
Exactly.
Yeah,
you lose the one-upmanship, so the therapy isn't even as effective.
Right.
Hello?
what
I don't
What was
know.
that?
what happened?
poor Brian.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Probably just in shock. No, I'm not in shock. Seriously. I remember being at the store. And then I'm at home sitting at the table.
Ooh.
Carry the fire.
Carry the fire?
Fire? Was that like some Manchurian Candidate thing?
It sure sounds like Manchurian Candidate.
Oh boy.
The study into crimes while under hypnosis is new to the state criminal court. There are currently four
Hypnosis
psychiatrists
crime, bank robber. Oh geez.
Mind control.
Hey, you know what? This is just, it's not a
Hypnosis,
thing.
we can't make anybody do anything that they don't want to do.
Exactly.
So how did any of that happen?
She must have wanted to kill Brian.
Obviously didn't. She did, because she slept with him earlier, and then she goes, yeah, I'm not the bad guy. I mean, you're not the bad guy either. So, and she still was like hung up on him at the party. So I don't buy that she would actually want, I know you were joking, but I don't buy that she wants to kill
Yeah,
him.
no, and what's the whole issue of blacking out? So I know we talked about, she's drinking, but obviously it looks like there's some kind of mind control, possibly. Like if something happens, he called her on the phone and carry the fire, whatever that means. So
Yeah, like a code word.
yeah, what do you ladies think?
Like a trigger word or something, or I don't know. It's almost like a amnesia or something that he's trying to produce onto her, which obviously we don't do.
No, yeah, we don't.
Right?
The whole thing is just weird. Because even if we give somebody a post-hypnotic suggestion for, like, I don't know, like to not be afraid when they're going on stage, they're conscious. They don't just like flip back into hypnosis like that and then go do their performance and then come back and be like, oh, that just is not, oh. Anyway, and like mind control, since you brought it up, Kimberly, mind control has been like a thing that because I was prior military, that it was something that I was kind of like nerdy interested in.
Yeah.
Me too. But it's, there's been enough studies, and we can maybe talk about it another time, but after all the research has been done and the CIA reports and everything came out, that none of it's viable. It's not. All the things that they did doesn't work.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Even-
Well, I know a lot of documents came out at a certain point in the 70s, and and more have come out. So it sounds like something you know a lot about, Joyce. But yeah, it's fascinating. But I don't know how it plays into this, but it certainly is not hypnosis or anything related to therapy. So we already know that this guy is up to no good, whatever he's doing with her, right?
Yeah.
You ever heard of quiescence?
Also not a thing.
It's the human body's reaction to an extreme state of fear. The body has paralysis, heart rate increases, breathing intensifies. But if it goes on too long, you die. Maybe technically she died of a heart attack, but whatever she was seeing in that elevator is what caused it. So what do I think? I think you should find yourselves a new therapist.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, that part I agree with.
I agree.
Absolutely. You mean
About that they use hypnosis sometimes in law enforcement
Yeah.
to remember things. I mean, there was instances in the past, but after a lot of studies that psychiatrists and universities and stuff have done on memory retrieval, it's not real.
It's not admissible, is it? I mean, it's certainly not reliable. I don't know if it's admissible anymore in court.
Well, no, it's not admissible anymore because once you go back in, it's already contaminated.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Because every time you pull up a new memory, or every time you remember something, it's getting repackaged with all of the new context clues of right now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So police in I would say, like, for the majority of the time, they don't even touch hypnosis with this stuff, or with the 10-foot pole, because they've been given as an alternate a very specific type of questioning, investigative questioning, so that they don't accidentally lead the person reporting the crime, into, or a witness, into any false reports. Because once somebody's in hypnosis, they're just more willing to fabricate information to fit the narrative that you're giving them.
Yeah.
So it corrupts the entire memory, and it's not admissible.
It's almost like planting false evidence.
Yes.
Yeah, so this does not look believable right here, but it looks like this detective is coming in as a protagonist that could somehow help her, and we'll see what happens here, right? So
Yeah. All right.
Jen? Hypnotize me. What? Let's look at this now, okay?
Your other friend is like freaking out and you're still going.
yeah, true.
Is there something in particular you wanted to talk about?
Nothing really, actually. It's just general anxiety.
What is it with the strobe light?
Yeah.
It's a hypnagogic light. They do use it for some therapies. I don't prefer.
Yeah,
They use
I
it for Alzheimer's and stuff.
Yeah, but not in hypnosis.
I don't think we're allowed to use it.
No,
I've
we're
never
not.
used that.
Plus, it can cause seizures. I don't see that he's ever asked for that.
Exactly.
Are you under?
Yes.
I think she's listening to the recording.
I'm going to ask you some questions. You're going to tell me the truth.
Look, I'm so uncomfortable.
See me today.
Me too.
Jennifer Ray, are you sleeping?
No.
Yes, you were. Your eyes were
This
shut.
movie's putting you to
Oh my
sleep,
God.
isn't it?
Sorry.
No, it's okay. We know.
Oh my god. Wow. My heart just went to my stomach. Oh shit.
Sorry.
Okay. That's okay. You scared me.
Sorry, I mean,
1,
to
2,
scare you.
3, 4, 5. Wide
Eyes open, wide awake.
Eyes open, wide awake.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Okay,
what's
I don't know
happening
if you guys
here?
caught this or not, but
What?
when he obviously, she's sketched out by him in the first place. why she ever decided to go back to try to be in hypnosis when she already thinks he's telling her to do
Right.
stuff she doesn't agree with. But then when she's in hypnosis, he goes, "You don't trust me?" No. He wouldn't be able to put her in hypnosis.
Exactly.
Because she would have just naturally blocked him because she's so afraid. He would have never got in.
Yeah.
True.
For the suspense part of the movie, they had to put her in as, I'm going to record him doing a hypnosis on these for evidence. And so, but then in the process, he hypnotized her to expel the truth, like a hypnosis truth serum. So,
The truth.
True.
Kind of like in that movie Black Magic.
yeah.
I don't think I've seen that.
Yeah, we've seen it. We've seen it. It was they played it in class.
It was just clips of it though. But yeah,
the black and white.
This is one of those broad strokes of artistic lib. They need it to advance the story, but it's not realistic at all.
Not at all. And what woman would put herself in danger, like you said, in danger again, and go back into that underground lair is what it looks like that you can't get out of. He probably locks all the doors and you can't escape.
Yeah, none of it is either realistic or would even work.
Overall,
and then he probably would just like kill her and be a very short movie because he would like poke her to death, kill her probably in the office, because it didn't work. And
no, they have to wait and kill her at the end or whatever, or try to kill her. Otherwise, it wouldn't be a whole movie. True.
Yeah, I know. My brain hurts.
Yes, no therapist would ever have this kind of control over a client. It's not even feasible. Screaming and yelling at her, you think she would pull over. Oh
Look how my husband drives.
Gee, this is how the world ends.
What?
Oh, I hate spiders.
I hate spiders. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh wow.
Oh no.
Oh. Well, that's not good.
Too late.
I remember now what
Excuse me.
It reminds me of Inspector Gadget.
Oh gosh. Oh, what was the bad guy's name?
The Claw, whatever his name is.
Oh, Dr. Claw. Yeah.
Dr. Claw, yeah.
I always loved as a kid. Puzzles. Sure, it has something to do with why I became a detective.
Oh my god, the detective speech. Okay.
The patterns. That was the key.
It's like every movie ever.
I think the back wall looks like origami.
Hypnotherapy works wonders for insomnia. You want to try it? I'll give you a free session.
Thought you all took female patients.
I'll make an exception.
That sounds like a threat.
Maybe he's got the hot detective.
Yeah.
No.
They pass each other in the
Who's
hallway.
the people?
Like he just left.
I know it. Oh my god. Who is
The ear
that?
pulling chick.
No, you're kidding.
Yeah, that's her.
Oh god. Oh, get the gun. Get the gun.
They won't much. But you can trust me. I'm one of the good ones. And I'm only going to have a look
Who's in the
around.
way?
Just see what the subconscious retained from those sessions with Dr. Mead.
Yes.
Now, I want you to tell me everything you remember from your sessions with Dr. Colin Mead.
Oh wow.
She choking?
Oh my god.
Dr. Graham, what happened?
She's scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Get out of my office.
I've never seen anything like that. He must have planted some sort of fail-safer.
What's a fail-safe?
What? In case anybody ever tried to do what we're doing.
What?
And I have no way of knowing how many sustained post-hypnotic suggestions he placed. And these can be triggered at any given moment.
Oh God.
This is like some Inception stuff right here.
Oh boy, no kidding.
Like a counter trigger. Exactly. I swear to God, this is the last time I'm doing this.
Yeah, really. If only a counter there was a such thing as a counter trigger.
Yeah, really.
Yeah,
This is we're far afield from anything therapeutic
Well,
here.
Oh,
Look, CIA, MK Ultra, Joyce, false memories, mind control.
There you go.
But he was part of that.
You got me.
Anne opens the door.
Hello?
I'll just let myself in.
I would not go in there.
Yeah, the mentor of the creepy dude who made me almost kill my ex-boyfriend.
Somebody home?
Like, I'm just gonna walk up in his
Yeah,
house
and
like I know for a fact this guy's cool.
Right, and he's done all these mind control experiments and part of MK Ultra. I mean, really? You're just gonna walk on it?
I know this room.
I was hoping you'd recognize it.
There were dreams.
Oh. Oh.
Oh no.
Ew.
Ew. Oh, finally. Yes. Detective Rollins, get in there. Don't.
Get a break. Don't let go.
Oh, please. He's breaking out. All right, we made it through, HypnoChix.
God.
Boo.
Oh my God.
Sorry.
Oh, we did it.
It was very creative and it was suspenseful. You know,
It was
I imagine that
suspenseful.
cops and doctors and other professions go through this all the time with movies. You know, I
Right.
know for sure, like prior military, we do too. We're like, God, it doesn't even shoot like that. You know,
Yeah.
Right.
oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I get it. It's
Not
movie.
realistic.
Or they're programming a
I did
computer
doze
up in
off
the
though.
air.
You're right.
yeah. And I don't want to I don't mean it to be like throwing salt in somebody's work because that was somebody's baby who they were working on it for a long time. And they got Netflix to buy it and produce it and all the people that worked in it. So I don't mean it in a bashy way, but a lot of it's not realistic. And I think
Yeah, we're here just to give our
more,
feedback, and we're
Yeah,
entitled to, right?
It's more to educate people on what it is and what it isn't, because
Yeah. The reality of it.
hypnotherapy is becoming more and more recognized in the medical field, and it's taken a while to get there. And we don't want something like this to make people hesitate and go, "Oh, well, I'm not doing
well,
that."
yeah, exactly.
True. Yep, exactly. Yep, that's it. I mean, we don't want people to be scared of wanting to go to hypnotherapy or do hypnosis.
Exactly. We're just giving you the real.
Yeah. But yeah.
Well, it was quite a ride.
Yeah, it really was. I actually think it was a good movie. You know, if I didn't know anything, if I wasn't a hypnotherapist, I probably would have been more engrossed in it. But but I also was getting kind of like a don't take this the wrong way, like a watered down Hannibal Lecter vibe from like the TV show
Oh,
Hannibal.
sure. Yeah, no, he totally had that vibe. He was very creepy from the beginning.
Yeah.
And especially when she went
Hannibal,
to
the
his
guy who
office.
plays Hannibal's hot, sorry.
Oh.
He's what? You say he's hot?
Well,
Call me. No, I think
wow.
he's married. Don't call
Little
me.
transference there.
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
oh, yeah, this movie apparently has been in the top 10 since it came out a couple weeks ago. So, we had to comment because
Oh yeah.
we had how could we resist, right, ladies? It's like, this is our field.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely full of imagination, that's for sure.
Yeah,
A lot
and,
of dramatic license.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of it.
Traumatization, that's for sure.
But there's movies, even like The Jungle Book. So they always throw stuff in there because I think the subconscious is very fascinating. I mean, the whole field of psychology and everything is just studying how our mind works and how we interact with people and why we do the things that we do. There's whole fields of it. Religions have tried to tackle it. It seems so mysterious, even though it's such a critical part of our daily life because it stores all of our implicit memories. From our perspective, of course, not like real true how it actually happened memories, but how we perceived it and judged it. And that informs our behavior, which I think we'll talk about that a little bit later, but it informs our behavior going forward because our whole brain's purpose is to ensure the survival of
Well, I think it's really cool that we could look at movies, especially this one being so current, and see, you know, what is real, what isn't. And we know, you know, like you said, the whole process of using dreams, using nightmares, using hypnosis, using unconscious memories, and also depicting what it's like to go through psychotherapy has been, you know, really powerful theme in many movies. And of course, there's so many that do tackle it really well. Like the movie, if you've ever seen Ordinary People, that was directed by Robert Redford. It won Best Picture, based on a really awesome book. I mean, it really depicts the therapy process with a teenage boy whose brother has died in a boating accident, and he's having these terrible nightmares, and it deals with the dysfunction in the family, but it's mainly about what it takes to break through and help him. And it's so well done. Like, if you've never had therapy, that I think is a pretty accurate depiction of what it's like.
Well, that's good. Maybe I'll check it out.
Yeah, maybe we could watch that one sometime.
That one.
You know?
Yeah. Ordinary people.
Ordinary People won Best Picture, I think, in 1980, 81, something like that. The first thing Robert Redford directed. No, I mean, what'd you think of the movie?
Well,
that was her literal side.
Well, it was overall, you know, it was good for what it was, but like you guys said, Hollywood sure had its way with it, you know, like really bad. So I did snooze. I fell asleep briefly.
You did?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Did you hear her say she jumped when I yelled her name?
I did.
That was funny.
Or something. Yeah, I
because
dozed
your
off.
head was like here, and then all of a sudden it was like here, and then it
Really?
was here.
My bad. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
That's real life.
You couldn't hold your attention that long, you know. It wasn't that engrossing for you. So
no, it wasn't. Sorry.
Yeah. What's coming up for next week? We got a really cool show planned, right?
All right. Well, really, I just hope that everybody enjoyed this journey into Hypnotic. It was definitely a creative and kind of a bizarre story about manipulation, coercion, and mind control, kind of under the guise of hypnosis. We hope that you've gleaned some new knowledge and a better understanding of what hypnosis is and what it is not. And most importantly, I hope that you can walk away, or we hope that you can walk away feeling kind of reassured after listening to our responses and learning some of the facts, because in reality, hypnosis is actually a wonderful tool that can help facilitate the creative problem solving within you and helping you to create the happiness and the fulfillment in, you know, your life that you really want. And hypnosis with an ethical and qualified practitioner can do just that. And then I'll just put it out to you a little bit so that you know what's happening next week. You know, if you've ever been frustrated by any behaviors that you can't seem to quit, like smoking or maybe stress eating, or you've had a hard time picking up a new behavior, maybe a healthier one like going to the gym or eating more salads, then you probably will appreciate the next episode, because that's where you're going to find out why all of that happens and how hypnosis or hypnotherapy can help. And we'll kind of do a deep dive into the Kapusinian theory of a mind that discusses how the conscious mind, the critical mind, and the unconscious mind work together as a whole. So until then, we hope that everybody has a fabulous week.
Yay!
Right. Have a
Thanks
good week,
for watching. Thanks for listening.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.